The Force of Barbara, FCT FM.
1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kevin and Dan show. Kevin and Dan show. Kevin and Dan's lovely show. Please don't turn off your radio. Kevin and Dan's lovely radio show.
Shiver my timbers! Long time ago, we don't know where to sail the fishy ship called FCT FM. On a maiden voyage, she was sunk.
First mate at scurvy.
Oh, the captain was drunk. Poe could hear their agonizing cry as the water did rise. They did die. Deep beneath the waves went the coral and spore. The spirit world became a crushing bore. Tired of haunting, had no place to go. They did decide to get a radio show. So come join in the notoriety at the Dead Seaman Society. Arr!
No!
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, my name's Daniel Bourne.
And my name's Kevin Donaldson.
And welcome to the Dead Seaman Society.
Why did we call it that?
I don't know.
This sounds funny anyway. Just like to say that next Monday at 2 p.m. is the next quiz. If you heard this quiz before us, then the next one will be Monday, 2 p.m. next week.
Okay, what we got in the next half an hour? We've got Susan the Banshees, Dear Prudence,
Judas Priest and Breaking the Law.
Breaking the Law. And then we've got Pulp and Lip Gloss. And me and Kevin, of course.
Me and Dan, that's right.
Being quite wacky and zany through the entire hour and a half you've got us on air.
Stay tuned to FCT FM.
Well, Kev.
Yes?
How have you been today?
I'm a bit rushed off my feet. Did you actually want to talk about this? The fact that I've only just turned up?
Well, you can turn up whenever you want, Kev, because I like you, and I think all the listeners out there like you as well.
Yes.
In a more sort of, not sort of like sexual way, but I'd say more of a friendly, nice guy way.
Well, I am a friendly, nice guy, and to be honest, nobody thinks of me sexually anymore. Anyway, yes, I was a bit late, unfortunately, and I really don't know what's going on. So you'll have to bear with me, listeners, because I haven't got a clue. So Dan's your man.
Okay, roll that music, please, maestro.
Bring us up.
Things
Wow,
appear to be going
local
wrong.
information. That's what I like to hear. A bit of local information in the Farnborough area.
Shall I tell you about my
Fantastic.
day?
Tell us.
I'll tell you about my day. Bloomin' camera's blown up. Been down the beach, never get sand in a camera. It's not good. And I've caught the sun, as you can see.
Listeners out there, you won't be able to see he's caught the sun because he hasn't. He's lying again.
I'm not
It's just a
lying.
lie. He lies
Caught
all
the sun,
the time.
And you're jealous, because I look gorgeous.
That's all I can say about that one.
Anyway, are we ready to go?
Wednesdays. That's all I can say. Wednesdays.
Perhaps.
Breaking the law. All I can say is to everyone out there in Radioland, please don't break the law.
No, that's
it's
the
not
official
wise
line.
and it's very stupid because you can get arrested and put in pris. And
It's very- yeah,
you
it's
know
very
the
naughty.
wardens aren't very nice. I've heard they do naughty things.
Like what?
I don't like to say. I won't say a word.
Okay.
Hush. I'm hushed.
Right, we had a little conversation the other day we thought we'd talk about, because this is our talky bit.
Talky bit on
Talky
FCT
bit.
FM.
We're joined by, I think you're here, aren't you?
I'm here.
Emma.
She's a technician with the radio station.
Don't know if your mic's faded up, though.
Probably not.
No, it's not.
No.
Talk to me. Talk in my mic.
Hello, Kev.
We were thinking of Bagpuss the other day.
I hope everyone remembers Bagpuss out there.
Fantastic programme. But how on earth could that girl run that shop?
Well, the thing is, the whole point of Bagpuss was you had this shop, okay,
Yeah.
that basically had old people's lost things, and she gave them away. And what that is no place, and it's not. You don't run a business like that, do you? You don't run a business.
I don't think the
giving
BBC,
things away.
I don't think the BBC considered the economic situation of the shop.
Definitely not. And
I mean-
and how could a shop be run by a little girl? What was her name?
What was her name?
Emily. How can Emily run a shop? She was about 12 years old, and with stupid mice that just used to run around going, "We will fix it, we will mend it."
And they used to heave and things, didn't they?
Heave, heave, heave. It makes no economic sense to me, and I think it's very not viable at all.
Not viable.
No.
It's not for children either, is it, really? To sort of take somebody's property and then...
Are you talking to us? Because your mic's not faded up.
Well, tell me when...
Talking to this one.
It is faded up, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Says.
But when I bang my finger again,
Nothing happened.
nothing happens.
Well, all I can say
Is
is,
it
that
up now?
Bagpuss
Oh, we
was
can
a
hear you.
farce.
Oh,
It was a
talking
farce.
I it was corrupting children's minds because...
No wonder it was taken off air. No wonder.
when I was a child, I thought I could open a shop. I could have gone bankrupt.
I thought I could have little mice running about, and that Professor Yak or Professor Yoffle.
I think it was Professor Yoffle.
Okay, I have to say one thing. I really did quite like one bit out of Bagpuss, and I really quite like. Remember that frog? That frog
the
used to sit there
frog
with the
sang.
banjo. The
Oh, yeah,
banjo.
superb.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle the frog.
That was his name or her
Was it a
name.
girl?
wasn't it? No, it was a man. Male Gabrielle.
It was a French frog.
French frog.
It was a
Gabrielle.
It was a bullfrog. How can you... A bullfrog's not a girl.
Well, I used to find him rather cool and suave, and I've based my entire image on Gabrielle the bullfrog.
It's funny, but
I actually look quite like him as well.
I'm not saying anything.
Thank you, Emma, the
No,
technician.
I don't mean it, Dan. I really don't mean that.
Pulpy baby. That was pulpy baby.
Mm.
Pulpy. That was pulp. Pulp. Pulp.
I think you've stressed that enough, Dan.
Well, it was pulp and lip gloss.
Lip gloss.
I'm really like pulp. I quite dig pulp. Basically, 'cause I quite like Jarvis Cocker because he's quite a groover.
I think they're rubbish.
Well,
I'm not a big
I like
fan of-
getting two sides of the story when it comes to bands. I really like that. You think they're rubbish, and I think they're fantastic.
But I'm into more dance and stuff like that, so...
You're into Glenn Medeiros, I heard.
And Julio Iglesias.
One of my favourites. He definitely is.
He's super cool. Anyway, we're just going to lead you up to the news and weather.
But what have we got next coming on the next hour? We've got a bit of
Effects
Starship, Sound Effects 7, which is our very own
Drama,
which is very exciting. I think you all better be tuned in for that one. Very good. And also we have...
You were meant to write down some of the records that were coming up, Daniel, and you didn't do a very good job.
I didn't do it, did I?
No.
I forgot. Do I get told off?
We'll spank you later.
No. We've got Jamiroquai coming up later. Thank you very much.
Which song?
Emergency Planet Earth.
Emergency on Planet Earth. That is a superb
The thing is that guy's name really Jamiroquai, or is it the band's name?
his name.
I think if he was christened Jamiroquai, I think
his
it'd be
surname
quite
is
stupid.
Jamiroquai, I think. Are we actually filling in here for time? I think we're doing a very poor job. And we're going to go for the FCT FM news in a few seconds. So stay tuned to Kevin and
3,
Dan.
2, 1, go!
The forecast for the Blackwater Valley is presented with Kingsmead, Queensmead shopping centres. With over 150 shops including Sainsbury's and Argos, we're the heart of Farnborough shopping.
FCT FM Weather Check.
Another fine day with plenty of sunshine. It will be very warm. Maximum temperature 25 degrees centigrade. That's 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds easterly. The outlook is for more of the same. The temperature on the FCT FM roof is currently 25 degrees C and 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
Live from the historic capital of aviation on 107.8.
All over the Blackwater Valley.
This is FCT FM Farnborough.
8.07101. The voice of Farnborough, FCT FM.
Gypsy Dan and his crystal balls.
Hello. There's a slight hint of mystery in the air for all you Cancerians. In fact, it's so mysterious, I'm not quite sure what it is myself. But I can say watch out for low far-flying terrapins bearing gifts when Pluto moves into Uranus. I also have a message for Leslie in Southwood. Beware of lorries reversing down a one-way street. Your clever idea about only looking in one direction before you cross the road may have an underlying flaw. This week's National Lottery winner is likely to be a person who recently purchased a ticket with some numbers on it. That's all from me, Gypsy Dan.
Gypsy Dan and his crystal balls.
Well, if you just joined us, you're listening to The Force of Farnborough FCT FM, and Dan's gone off for a little run. He's outside. Hi, Dan, where are you? Dan, can you hear me? Don't think Dan can hear me. Dan, can you hear me? Just a minute. Why can't he hear me, Rob? Dan, can you hear me? Are you deaf? No, obviously Dan's gone a bit deaf, so we'll get back to him in a minute. We've got a record now. OK, we're going to try Dan again. Dan's gone outside for one of our little quizzes. Dan, can you hear me?
Hello, I can, Kev.
Hello, you weren't paying attention earlier, were you?
No, I wasn't, sorry.
You
I was
fool.
in another world.
Oh.
I was walking about everywhere.
I don't know, you're such a fool, Dan.
I'm sorry, Kev.
Anyway, what's the point of this exercise?
Well, what we want here, I'm walking around Farnborough, and what I want is anyone who's listening, you know, I'm wearing an FCT FM t-shirt, and if you come up to me in Farnborough, you can win a mystery prize.
A mystery prize? Fantastic, Dan, fantastic.
Fantastic, exactly.
OK, we're going to play the next record. So anybody who sees Dan in town, go up and claim your mystery prize.
I've got long blonde hair, glasses, and an FCT FM t-shirt.
Cheers, Dan. Right, we were talking to Dan outside, and he has a winner. Dan, do you have a winner there?
Hello, yes, I have a winner out here. And his name's Robin Johansson.
Robin Johansson? Does he win the mystery prize?
Well, I've got your mystery prize here. Well, by the way, what radio station are you listening to?
I'm listening to FCT FM every day, all night, every day.
Okay, and you win the mystery prize of 10 pence.
Congratulations, Robin.
Everyone in Farnborough is going wild, Kevin. Everyone.
That's a fantastic prize you've just given out
I know,
there.
they're all going mad.
Well, you only get prizes like that with the Force of Farnborough FCT FM. See you later, Dan.
That's right, Kev. Bye.
I love freshly squeezed orange juice in the morning.
Nah, I'm more of an eggs and bacon man myself.
Oh, the sound of scraping that burnt toast again.
Don't you just hate that?
Yep, always sets off the smoke alarm.
I suggest you stick to cereal in the future.
That usually sets off the smoke alarm as well when I cook it.
How'd you turn it off?
Oh, I usually smack it with a broom.
And if that doesn't work?
Find somewhere else to eat it.
How about a radio studio?
From 7 till 9 in the morning.
Every weekday morning.
Pisani and Westnedge in the morning.
On 107.8 FCT FM.
The Force of Farnborough.
Anyway, just waiting for Dan to come in, and
Back!
He's here.
I'm back!
That was a fantastic competition there. Put these headphones on so you know what's
I'm
going.
absolutely exhausted. I had to run basically into town.
That was quite
mystery
quick.
prizes, eh?
That was a fantastic
Who
prize.
can beat them?
Fantastic
Who can beat them?
prize.
Honestly, I was inundated with people in the Farnborough area
That's
coming
amazing.
up to me trying to get that prize, and first guy was old Robin.
They weren't. I take it
Exactly.
they weren't disappointed then.
Oh, God. What do you think? You
I
know,
wouldn't be. I have to say, I wouldn't be disappointed.
You in the studio, you heard what happened.
10
Kev.
whole pence.
10 whole pence. And you know that in this show we'll be giving away more fantastic prizes like that.
Not
in
one,
later
not
weeks.
two, not three,
But
not four, not
more.
5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, but 10 whole pence.
Was that
a bit
lot
over
of
the
money?
top?
Do you think how many? If you get a lot of those, you can get a large amount of money.
Well, you could actually only get 40p because we're only doing 4 shows.
You never know. Next week I might extend my budget and go a bit higher. You know what I'm like. You know.
Are you going to read anything from there? I think it's something interesting.
I've actually got something interesting here.
He says it's interesting.
I was reading in the paper about an Australian woman of 77 who froze to death after falling into her top-opening food freezer in her house in Sydney, a suburb of Punchbowl, actually. She's apparently been leaning over the freezer when she overbalanced and hit her head.
What was that place where she lived?
Died. Punchbowl, the amazing places they have in Australia. Punchbowl in Australia.
Where did you read this, Dan?
Well, I read it in the. Actually, it was in one of my favourite little things, the 14 Times, little magazinette I pick up every now and again for a read.
You're quite gullible, really, aren't you?
Exactly. What do you mean gullible? These are facts.
It's obviously
fact,
rubbish.
not fiction.
No!
Thank you there.
Anyway, should we
Voice
get
of
on with
God.
it?
Yeah, I think we should get on with it, you know. Well, I do like to limber up my vocal cords.
Nice bit of yodelling there, Dan. Nice bit of yodelling.
Cheers.
Anyway, little talky bit now, because this is our talky bit.
Talky bit.
Talky bit. And we've been joined again by Emma. Technician.
Hello.
Hi there, Emma. No, we will not. This is our talky bit. And actually, Emma explained the talky bit so well to us earlier, because we'd forgotten. I think she should explain what the hell we're going to talk about now.
Well, it's all to do with Wednesday, basically. I mean, it's got to be the worst day of the week. On the beginning of the week, you've got Monday. Now, you've got real reason to hate Mondays because you've just had a really nice weekend away and you're going back to the drab old boring Monday. And then the Tuesday, you're thinking, it's not so bad now. I'm sort of getting out of the sort of weekend thing and getting into this work business. And then you go to Thursday, and Thursday's pretty cool because you're looking forward to Friday because it's the beginning of the weekend. So you've got all that sort of... Wednesday. Now, what is Wednesday? There is nothing on Wednesday to look forward to.
What is the point of Wednesday?
Shouldn't it be cancelled?
I think either one, we should make it a national holiday.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
Because then you'd have something to look forward to, and Wednesday would be a worthwhile day.
But then again, us on FCT FM, we are, we're 7 days a week, so, what's the point,
Yeah, I suppose so.
Wednesday doesn't matter. It could be any day. We're always working.
I suppose so. But then, Wednesdays are useless and should be cancelled.
Thank God it's not Wednesday today.
Your show would be cancelled.
Yeah, and we'd be so depressed because Wednesday's such a useless day.
I've actually found something on Wednesdays that's rather exciting.
Have you? What are you doing on
Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Take up a lot of your time.
Oh.
Well, if you get a bit bored and, say you're in your lunch hour at work or something, if I was you, I'd dial UFO call on 0891 121 886 for the latest UFO cases, news and views.
Really?
Once again, with that number, Dan.
That number is 0891 121 886, done in my very best DJ voice.
Fantastic.
A bit DJ yodeling there as well.
A bit of yodeling as well. Anyway, let's hear some adverts, I think.
Rock and roll!
8.71.
What are you doing?
I'm just popping into Colourways Print and Embroidery.
Colourways? What do they do?
Well, they can print almost any design onto almost any material.
Oh.
Hello there, madam. How may I help you?
Can you print this picture onto a T-shirt for me, please?
Certainly.
So what does this machine do?
It scans the image and then it prints it onto a transfer sheet. Then I cut it down and print it onto the T-shirt.
Is that all there is to it?
Yes. Laser printing is simple, quick and most of all affordable.
Indeed, I've only been in here for 5 minutes.
There we are then, madam. 1 T-shirt.
Thanks very much.
If you want a design printed onto a T-shirt, hat or nearly any other surface, then call Colourways now on 01252 344 944 or pop in and see them, 141 The High Street in Aldershot.
Well,
that's not very nice. Anyway, if you've just joined us, you're late. It's now 3:54, and we've been on air since 2:30. So where have you been?
Notorious.
Rather than
that don't explain it. Yeah. Anyway, what were you going to talk about,
Well,
Dan?
we're coming up to the end of the show, and I'd just like to make a point that this programme has been brought to you in association with the number 2,
right,
the letter K and the letter R.
Thank you, Dan. And anyway, it's nearly time for us to go. We've got about 5 minutes left. We're going to play you one more great record in a sec. And
well, all I can say is it's still hot outside. So if you're at home now,
it's a scorcher.
If you're at home now, what I advise you to do is get your radio, get a good sun lounger, go out in your backyard, your garden, whatever you got, on your patio.
Patio.
Patio,
right.
And just chill out to some cool sounds on FCT FM, because obviously we'll cool your day down for you.
Well, we won't, because we're off now.
No. Well, one last thing to do. Mr. Music, will you play?